Hello, boys and girls. My name is Koyoshi1907, and you are watching my 100% blind playthrough of Metroid Prime 4 Beyond for Nintendo Switch 2. And in the last video, we left off collecting up to 23% item completions. Not really getting much in our logbook, unfortunately. Yeah, our logbook's still stuck at 51% scans, but to be fair, it kind of just has some weird moments. Go into a new area and it'll go up a lot, and then once you're done with that area, though, it just stops being good for you. But yeah, in the last video, more importantly, we got this really cool weapon thing we call the fire shot, apparently. Yeah, that's what the game calls it, at least. And now we can do something that we've never been able to do before. We actually get to go back and get some flame stuff. Oh, and some more crystals, because we clearly haven't gotten enough of those already. It's going to be tough to figure out which crystals we've gotten, but thankfully this game has a tracker, sort of, that lets you see what you've gotten. Maybe there'll be an upgrade that'll let us just track these. If this actually ends up being a mechanic that's going to send me over for 100%, then I might get a little annoyed. If we only need a little bit, then I'll be fine with just leaving some out there. We scanned this, right? Yeah, we definitely did. Okay, so we were told there were some blockers that require fire, and others that require ice. We are getting some of those now by going back to where we previously were and trying to use the fire furnace to acquire stuff that we weren't able to acquire before. Oh yeah, crystals that actually have a green glow, those are things that you need to use. But stuff with not green glow, it means we've already acquired them usually. Okay, this is a set that required our flame to be used, I think. Whoa. I knew there was something we can grab here. What is this? The yellow boost tank. Reduces Viola's maximum boost by 2. Reduces its boost to capacity. Wow. As if the amount of crazy upgrades can't get any more crazy. Now we have Viola boost tanks we can acquire all of a sudden. What the heck is with this game and having all these random blockers all everywhere? Alright, we need to go back to the ice area, but we also need to go back and find some other stuff that we've collected. I'm not going to do it all at once, however. Is there a way to, like, mark stuff? Oh, you can. Alright, that'll give us an idea of what to aim for. And now we'll just charge through and see how much of the map we can complete now. So we can boost now. Not to mention, we should have probably been boosting around the map too. It's just that I'm so used to being able to just spam boosts in other games that it gets a little worrisome. Okay, got those crystals. Basically, because of how the setup is, if we see any crystals nearby, we need to pretty much grab them immediately. I just knows how many crystals we need to actually finish the game, I wonder. I wonder if you even need to collect any, but May as well collect them. There's probably an upgrade in it for us. Oh, another crystal. Keep going out of our way for these. So many crystals. I forgot, we could turn on a dime using that move. That's like our fast break. Okay, that got rid of all of those. What's our attack again? Yeah, A. That's what we used to get rid of those dudes. So is they didn't even attack us. Yeah, we chose to fight them anyway. Just because we're greedy like that. We take out everything in this area. Everything is against us. Like, some enemies are just creatures that are just trying to live here. And yeah, we just keep on taking them out like no problem. Well, weird, don't you get what I mean? Oh, hello. Nice bright drift there. That's really helpful when gathering crystals in particular. Alright, this is an important thing we were waiting for. So now we can actually use this. No, wait, it says exclamation, but that's not true. That's not true at all. We can only get that when I find an ice link, but in reality it didn't say anything. I could just remove that marker then. A little bit confusing then. Why is that exclamation pointed if we can't even do that until we have ice? That's fine. Once we get ice, we'll go back there. Acquire more stuff. Alright, other than that, looks like we're off to Ice Belt. We did some previous side, but that was mostly just to check stuff. I knew that 1 hour item we can collect something for. So we discovered yet another new unlockable in the form of Viola Boost now. We'll probably find some new upgrades in here too, so it'll be nice to start a new area finally. Ice Belt will basically be like the Phenandra Drifts of this game. Which it probably is. Except we get the Flame Shot much earlier on now, so we can actually do a lot more in this zone than we would have been able to otherwise. We still need a apple note for that vein up there. Alright, up we go, into Ice Belt. We're gonna be excited, a whole new area. Oh boy, how much tougher is this gonna get now? Oh, not too much. At the very least, we did get another energy tank from the open road, which is nice. Of course, knowing where to go in the Edfell is kind of tricky. That's why I'm gonna probably be skipping a lot of it, but also going out of my way to do as much things in there as I can whenever I happen to come across it. Just so I can make sure I'm as powerful as I can for each area. This is a new game, though. We probably won't be collecting everything that we need, but it's what it is. Okay, our other save caught up now since we're back in here. So every time we go into a new area, That's when we get to, dear. So now we are in Ice Belt, so we have a save point right now. We have our flaming shot. We should be able to do something now, right? We should probably check that out first. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Never mind. We really need our boost ball power up first before we can get that. But I assume that's our ice beam. So each of those random things we see there, that's our different beam types. Maybe Volt Verge will be like our lightning beam. Maybe that's where we have to go to get our... Or... Yeah. Yeah, like shock beam or whatever. Whatever they're gonna call it. We should just call it wave beam for now, but... In reality, it's called all sorts of different things. Okay, we saved our progress. Now time to head into this new area a bit more this time. Because before we didn't get very far. We went no more than a few minutes before we got stopped by this. Frozen door requires stream heat to clear. And it's more like the original game, in fact, where you have to use multiple hits of extreme heat before you can actually come out in here. Oh boy. So now we're in a completely new area. Off-grid LD guide light fuses oxygen and hydrogen from surrounding environment, generating heat, light, and electricity. Capsule capturing platform. Hatches arrived cargo capsules. A scanner built into the floor confirms if cargo arrives safe and intact. Cryopod transport system. Cable transport system. It runs between a laboratory and the crane loading area. Non-operational. Not surprising. What's this? Hypod appears to be abandoned. Its cooling system lost power and failed. Seems like everything has been abandoned here for quite some time now. And here's our actual cutscene now for Icebell. Surely we'll be able to explore this better than the last area we explored. This area looks a lot more bigger than the last area we visited. Volt Forge looked massive, but in reality it was just 3 towers. This one is actually really big. Though so was Flame Pool as well, though we didn't get to do much in there because of obvious problems. Gotta have our scan visor ready too so we can see what appears here. More mechanoids. Detect and map positions of valuables in the area. Oh, I see. So they aren't required to play through the game, but they'll mark where certain positions are. Cryopods abandoned after the delivery truck overturned. Battery charge at 0%. Non-functional. Like most of the things here. Oh. Okay, we didn't even get to go very far over to the side. Ew, this is different. Oh, we're already getting charged by multiple enemies here. Well, we need to scan one of these first, if we can. Whew, barely got it before I attacked. Carnivorous quadruped, living in the frigid regions of Icebelt. A pack hunter that surrounds its prey. Its cold natural habit makes it ill-suited to warm clients, meaning it's weak to flame. Which is literally what we just got. This is just... I just realized this is a lot like the... whatever the frick the fight it was. This is like the Hive Mecha all over again. They're surrounding us, just like the Wasp did. Not like we've seen this a whole bunch. Though, to be fair, I guess this is our first time showing it. I'm sure there are other fights like it. It's just I remember this fight from the Hive Mecha. Thankfully, we got a lot of shot ammo, so we should be able to just keep flaming them as they appear. So we're pretty much just waiting for them to stop and attack us. Maybe we can hit one early. And then eventually they'll just charge. And we're looking at our mini-map right now on the left. That's what tells us when which ones might be attacking. Then we can use that to mark where we should shoot. This looks like it's going to take a while, but I think we're getting closer now. Okay, they're starting to get a little bit more aggressive, throwing a few more enemies at once. And then from there, we're just kind of spinning around in a circle so we could quickly figure out where these enemies are. They're certainly getting stronger. They're trying to throw more enemies at once. It's a lot. We're just constantly doing the same thing over and over again. Now we're finally getting tired. So many to figure out. Now we're starting to get surrounded. See what I mean? We have to just keep moving. But also avoiding other dudes as we come. I don't like this. This got really intense all of a sudden. I wonder, we have to check this anyways. They don't stop coming, though. We're just constantly at spamming stuff and nothing's really working. Were we supposed to die here? Yeah, this was a forced cutscene. I knew it. So, it's one of those. It's one of these random cutscenes where we weren't supposed to survive this. They just kept on getting stronger until eventually we got overwhelmed. So had we known that, we would have probably just purposely died instead. But just in a minute, we was able to get through this just barely before we got to that. But now, as punishment, we get to listen to this blinking noise for an eternity and a half. That was a little annoying, honestly. The game just pulled a classic baby Metroid switcheroo. Anybody who's played Super Metroid will know that thing drops you to 1 health near the end of the game. And so now we are desperately in need of a save point, anything. Okay, well, we got some stuff for now. We still are looking for that save point, though. Probably have to search around and find stuff, I imagine. I don't like that. That sneaky part pretty much took all of our shot ammo away. And then on top of that, we don't have anything else to do anything. Conduit access hatch. Used by maintenance tanks. The red light indicates it's offline and locked. It's okay, currently offline. Controlled by the main control turbo. Must be online to unlock. Mechanoid, light maintenance state. A smaller version of the regular maintenance state. Developed to perform tasks in narrow patch. Battery charge at 0%. Well, for now, I guess we're gonna just keep grabbing energy. Data tuner. Runs various kinds of data currently accessible once power has been restored to the entire laboratory. Handles issue functions for the lobby and controls power of the pod's mainstay. It can also provide a gram schematic of the factory. Is it also offline, I wonder?
All clear.
Oh, hello. Someone newsy.
Thought I'd meet the legendary bounty hunter, Samus.
In a place like this.
Ooh,
Corporal
someone else here.
Fed sniper, Herc Unit Delta.
Another person.
Cross paths with you.
Now are you and me, Matt?
Where are
Have to.
we? We were deep in gunfire. I lost visuals, then woke with a busted comms unit and a leg to match. Now,
Okay.
I tried to access his terminal, but the only thing I could get operational was the gun. That's it. Then I see this here. What do you make of it?
Let's scan you first. Galactic Federation Sniper, Venger Takabi, an infantry and former hunter who specializes in long-range precision shooting, armed with a K26116 short to long-range rifle with visor linked scope. Exoscope of displaying holographic schematic of the laboratory. Hologram interactivity initialized.
Oh, you were able to activate this. A map of the facility. But it's corrupted. Ah, you want to go there. In that case, this elevator is the only way down. But the power's offline. One moment. There. That must be the generator room. I think we can bring it back to life.
So, we're told we need to go to some kind of generator room and then go down to acquire the key we need.
The map. I'm no good with this leg, so I'll have to keep an eye on you from here. I'll be with you.
So, this is another... So, we just found another human trapped in this area, too. I knew there was more, but it's nice now. So now we have 2 markers down. One where the key is, and one where we need to actually go, but we still need to find other stuff. Like how to get through these thunder blockers, some other stuff, and where the save point is, man. I never thought something would be so dirty as to literally drain all of our ammo setup and then some. Turns out it was endless fight setup, which meant that there was no way we could have won that. We had to take a death there, or almost. Skate. Central sensor activated. Release the gate on beam exposure. Currently online. So he was able to turn it online for us then. Okay. Okay, well now our energy is much more plentiful now than the last time. Well, we still need to find some stuff here. Safety odds for cryobike transport. Designed to open as a pod to passes through it, its metals may have deteriorated, begun to warp. A strong shock will destroy it. Backed out because I want to check first to see if, say, random save point somewhere. Looks like we're gonna have to just do the Metroid Classic. Okay, I said that way too many times, but you get what I mean. we have to do the Metroid Classic, and that means going all the way back through this big open area again, and all the way back through this other area, all just to refill our shot ammo because we are aggressive and try to survive. Now, I was using so much ammo, to be fair, because I thought that there was an end to it, where if you defeated enough of them, they would just leave you, but nope. You were supposed to die there, apparently. There was no way we would have defeated them. They just kept on respawning infinitely every time we took out more, like, hundreds more show up, basically. So, I guess our only option is go back the way we came. Keep in mind, if you've gone straight back here, there's a chance you could have died going back if you weren't careful. But those enemies are pretty so we wouldn't have failed there. But even still, that's kind of brutal that the game would make us do some trap like that. So yeah, saving for sure. So we don't have to redo that again. And there we go. Now we can actually go back and do the stuff we need to. Now we don't have to deal with that mechanic ever again. I can't believe the game just automatically gives us the sprain ball for some reason. Remember how long that takes normally in Super Metroid to get? You normally get that as one of your last items, but here we just have it active already. It's one of the few things we kept, actually. Despite losing a bunch of our items, we somehow kept our regular cannon on our morph ball. So we don't have any wolves to deal with anymore yet. They might show up later, though. We know now, though, that they are weak to flame, so we should certainly still attack them with flame, but let's just hope we don't have to find out more stuff like that again. Yeah. Alright, now we can actually go into where we were supposed to go. We just waited because sometimes Metroid becomes very cheesy and doesn't give you save points for a long time. So, knowing when to go directly to where you need to be. Currently offline. What a shocker. But we were already told that was a problem. So, that's why we're going up here now. But yeah, other than that, we're just exploring this new area, the Ice Belt, for the first time after not being able to do anything reasonable for a while. And I'm to free fall into our next area of Ice Belt. Ooh, this is different. Biopod, airtight container installed with independent cooling systems for preserving an organism in extreme low temperature, can operate on minimal power. Now a new enemy. Orthopod morphology, snow roach. Creature with a flat, soft carapace, able to live in cold environments due to its high body temperature, though its volatile body will explode on contact. So it's explosive. But we can just hit it with our normal shot to defeat it. Ice. That is thinking door time. It can be melted using the high temperature tools. Looks like we have to do a lot of that here. What a shocker. And another thing that we'll need to get to later. Because the spot we're supposed to go to is offline. And there's something else here. Aerial morphology. Dartwing. Bat variant with evolved arm and leg patagia. This creature will suspend its hind legs and then glide through the air to attack its prey. That's Shriekback variant, I assume? Yeah. Yeah, okay. Works just like the Shriekbat from the looks of it. Lots of flame needing to be used here. Oh, and more flame, clearly. Okay, that was only one shot this time. Because on loading platform, those cryoplants brought in from outside onto rails for distribution. Well, I'm glad I went back and collected more shot ammo, because I didn't think I would waste all of it there. Again, how am I supposed to know that was a you must part? I was gonna initially rate and like reset the game, but then I realized this game has at least some normal saves, so figured maybe it is one of those sections where you have to, and that's why I didn't reload my save. And I'm glad I didn't, because it was one of those where you had to die in purpose to get through. Laboratory security drawer controls access of vital experience samples and other dangerous items. Currently locked. Locks managed collectively from the control room. Psychic lock unit developed with the psychic arrow. Blocks masters with all psychic energy. These blocks used using collected TK codes. How do we get those, I wonder? Accessing encrypted file. Research Diary Day 1. Endeavor. Data downloaded to logbook. My name is Talgren, and I'm a researcher at this facility. I'm writing this to have a record of my experience. When the great tragedy occurred, many fled the danger within the research center. However, at the guidance of the priest Chatoya, a few of us stayed in order to perform analysis of and experiment on Griever autonomy. This to reverse the transformation by administering a solution of processed green energy to subjects brought to the facility. I want to believe we can succeed, but look where that got them. Okay, that's another Lemurian tech that I have to worry about getting. Force security turtle controls security systems on his fur. Currently offline. Linked activation devices nearby. Force security display shows the locations and current state of security doors on his fur. Currently offline. Oh, it's one of these puzzle things. Oh, it has to be done in a certain order, I see. It said we have to, like, find some code somewhere by learning that. So we need to first find that. Wait, what about this? It doesn't say specifically if there's a scan that requires us to figure out this. It might have to be a trial and error thing, honestly, where we have to just keep trying different things until it works, but then there's 5 of them, so it gets complicated. There's a pipe in the walls of head to frozen rip obstructing the gels control hologram. The door can only be opened from the other side. Well, we can't go here anyways, because the idea is we want to go to power station right now. So that means we need to go back the way we came then. Sort of. At least that's what I think we have to do. Remember, because this is a blind playthrough, we might end up exploring the same area a bit if we get stuck somewhere. We know for sure this is where we have to go, because we can't go back to the lava pool if we don't unlock. And then the 5th upgrade we just skipped altogether, because again, we need another upgrade to go through that. Oh wait, we dropped down here, but can we activate this? Probably not. We would need... Okay, this is one way, so that means we have to find the secret in order to get through here. Some of these are puzzles, by the way, and I don't think they always tell you the solution. I think you usually have to figure it out yourself. TK codes. So how do we collect those then? All this has is just this. What if we only did a little bit this time, then? We probably just need to do different things. So weird. Well, we'll have to keep exploring around somehow, because I don't know how else we would find the codes otherwise. We got thrown into this area all of a sudden, so it's not like we could just go out here. It's crazy. We expect from online power, online whatnot, and at the same time, we're also blocked by other secrets. I guess I should have mentioned, yes, I don't like wasting people's time, so if my Vine playthrough does get stuck somewhere, I will generally look up the solution, but only when stuck, just to keep the video moving at a good pace, because nobody wants to see me wander around for several hours. I assume this is just a puzzle, and we'll have to just keep doing the same things over and over again, till we figure out the solution and go to it afterwards. The only way back up is through that. So we have to find a solution then, technically, in order to access it. But how do we even find the TK codes then? Just thought I would test something for funsies, but I guess not. So we have to figure this puzzle out somehow. But yet all we get hit as a hint is a room we cannot look up. Oh wait, we've never tried this yet. Maybe we have to activate something here. Nope. That was not even close to it. What makes sense is doing something like this. That's what I would do, at least. Good grief. This is annoying, actually. That doesn't work either. So we just have to keep doing each one, starting from a different spot each time, until one works, then? That doesn't count. I think if you do it an extra time, it'll always fail. We're gonna keep doing this from different angles until one works. Probably. We just need to change which one we get. Unless there's a way to get the psychic codes that I don't know about. Makes no sense. How can we get this done if we can't even go into the sour area? Ooh, hello. This is different. Shot ammo. Large. Nice. Alright. Well, I don't want to waste forever on this particular stuck spot, so we better pause for a minute while we figure this out. What a shocker. No wonder why I missed this. It's a freaking morph ball puzzle, of course, we have to figure out. Which is strange, because I checked literally everywhere and I didn't find it. Oh, now we see it. Of course it's behind us. That's why it's such a troll. Gosh darn it. Trade, why do you have to do this to me? Alright, well, we finally found the bomb slide after going around a bit. So, yeah, I had to look up at a guide for this, so what? This is really deceptive. I'm surprised I missed that of all things. Well, now we can actually go in and activate this. Ready to use. Touching the hologram will release all locked security doors. Shows the locations and current state of security doors on photo. Red in case a door is locked, while green is unlocked. So now I can finally activate this and do something for once. So now we can go for different rooms, which is perfect.
Samus? You hear me? I patched into the facility speakers. I can use them to communicate. I noticed that several rooms were unlocked at once. That was you, wasn't it? Nice.
Okay.
Proceed with caution. You never know what's lurking.
You have to use this to unlock the doors, I see. Nice. Nova DNA sequencer. The modern device for complex genetic sequencing. Using this to identify organisms and analyze genetic mutations. DNA sample storage case. Stores and displays airtight vials containing Nova DNA. Scanners are built into the vial holders to monitor the samples. Our lock link for lasso. Okay, this is where we need to go, I believe. Cover conceals the ventilation south. Its metals have deteriorated in extreme cold and be shattered by a strong impact. Connects to adjacent room. Instincts. Connects to tracking operations across the highway. Hallway. Huh. Okay. Got it. So we probably need to use a bomb. we could just jump in there instead of waiting on our bombs. Okay, now we're in this room. Laboratory security door. Reveals access for the terminal and biolab security. Once unlocked, this door can be opened by touching the hologram. Bonk link. So, Lily just showed us the same thing again. Allowing them to be pulled down. Something I have to... Maintenance left, currently offline. Slap filled with security cap. The cap must be removed before use. More stuff. Somebody tells me we're getting the lasso now. How far do we have to be back? Jeez. Alright, well, we got a new upgrade. Let's see if this will be just as complicated as the last one. Psychic lasso. While using Zal to aim, use L to attach the lasso. L, then left stick to pull. So now we use the left stick instead of the right stick, huh? Okay. Another scan thing here. Accessing encrypted data file. Research data. Irie date 21. Gifts. Data download to logbook. News Trail wants to sell something in this view. Apparently it'll be a gift to the one who will become our savior in the future. But do we not need a savior right now? If our efforts are not the priority, then do live on our future. All we can do now is continue experience and believe that we will see the results. I pray for the day where we can leave this dark, freezing lab and walk under the sun again. Okay. Just yoink that, casually yoinked that lock off, like no problem. Broke the ice door as well. So now we're doing this in a specific way. Does this make us Wonder Woman all of a sudden? Because that's clearly what I see happening now. We have a lasso just like Wonder Woman. Might not be golden, but it's so cool. I just probably would mention that. Alright, enough handling around. We need to go back here. So now we can go up here. We should go over where we just, fixed. There'll probably be an upgrade over here, maybe. Yep, knew it. Definitely called that one. Another shot ammo increase. We're gonna get a lot of these by the end game, surely. We could technically go back here to go back the way we came originally. Pop back in here. Oh, is that supposed to be someone here? I think this is our sequence that we need. We just needed the lasso to get to it. Sample vial containing a TK code. Oh, so some of these didn't have anything, but some of these did have something. Whoa. That's a fragment. Okay, we need one more, though. So we're told only half of the puzzle. Now we need to find the other half to get out of here. Then what does this do? Oh, here's the other one. DNA sample, sequence stale incomplete. Host state stable. Guess we need to explore a bit around more. Okay, well that room was definitely useful. We had to go in there anyways to get the secret. But we still haven't found our save point yet. Insert sample FG004 G dosage 0.5 GRE. Status no abnormal cell mutation or multiplication. Here's a sample to contain a TK code. Ah, here we go. We found another one. Sample FG0201 G dosage 1.9 GRE. Status no abnormal effects from dosage increase. TK code threatened. Now we have all of them. And it tells us exactly what we need to do now, hopefully. So I think it was blocking us off this whole time, and us getting the TK code was required to open it, so it's not like we could just go without it. This is different. Hydropods awaiting maintenance expansion. Down to repairs. Cooling device found to be defective. Its circuitry must be replaced. Test starting for performing internal and external repairs on cryopods, including circuitry replacement and cooling system upkeep. Upon repairs and parts it's been complete. Awaiting file check at the inspection table. Passing this check will result in redeployment. Pods are waiting file examination. Pods will be redeployed if all maintenance checks pass. But what are those pods for, and what do they do, I wonder? I think what we should do now is get this code out of the way. Fortunately, we couldn't get to a save point thing, but it's not our final video yet, so we don't need to necessarily save right away, but we will try to get back to a save point. Oh, speaking of which, actually, I forgot we have this now. Surely this leads somewhere. Come on, man. Where is the save point at? Oh, this is different. Holofood, design organism, laboratory hologram, data download authorized. More maps. Now it's more clear where we need to go. We found some new secret lights in the map now that we didn't see before. Map station. Momentarily for storing map data. Downloadable map of the hologram when activated. Okay, well, all we found was a map station then. Okay. Okay, I see there's a lot of enemies here. Oh, nice. Missile expansion's always great to have. Missiles are probably still the most important thing in this game, but now that they have shot ammo, I'm not so sure. I know we have to stop soon, but I want to get this done first. Oh, now it's clear what we need to do. Oh, it blocked off certain spots until we got all the TK code stuff done. So now we just input that in, and bam, now we can actually move on with our life. But, we kind of got into a weird pickle. We didn't get a save point. Yet we were first to stop anyways. So I'm just gonna stop here then. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Comment, rate, subscribe. Let's hope we can get back to a save point in the next episode. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Comment, rate, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.